Assalamu alaikum, guys. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, sir. I'm fine. What about you?
Assalamu alaikum, Saad. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm fine, sir. What about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hi, Kushi. How are you?
I'm good and you, sir.
Yeah, I'm good too. All right. People were joining in, but they left. Is that a glitch on my end or theirs? I don't know. Kushi, did you join in the Google Classroom as well?
Yes, sir, I've joined it.
Did you have
But
access to the things now?
I've only been able to see the notes of indices, surds, and standard forms. I was wondering, are we only done with those three topics? I wasn't able
Yes.
to see notes for the other topics.
Yes. 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 We're only done with those topics. But we've technically uh, I've completed today. I'm going to begin money. So we're doing the first sort of like the topic of numbers in the chapter, the syllabus.
Also, sir, like when I joined the demo class, we were doing, I think, ratio. So, could you also provide me with the notes for that so I could catch up?
Yeah, Kushi, if I remember correctly, the notes that the last time I posted them were till the 13th. So obviously after that we've done proportions, we've done ratios, money. So I believe I will. Okay, I'll if I remember to do so, I'll try to do some today.
It's actually not visible in that. It's only till standard form in that.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. The notes are till standard form because I only posted till there. Then I'll
Okay.
post them today as well. Okay,
Okay.
if I
Thank
remember, hopefully I can.
Okay,
Assalamu
thank
alaikum, Zoya. I'm done. How are you? All right, let's continue, guys. Today we are going to begin compound interest. Very simple, and I'll be done with it within the class. So that shouldn't be an issue. Wait, just give me a moment, guys. All right, guys, let's continue. So the last thing that I did was with you was simple interest, and we saw how the formula turned out. Today we're going to do compound interest. Now, this is simply these two topics are really easy to do. Just don't usually the mistake that I've seen students have is that they seem to either they misread the question or either they fail to put in the accurate values into the question itself. So this is going to be a scenario. Now, compound interest, the formula is simple. It's slightly different, but it's simple. It is A is equal to P times 1 plus R raised to the power D. One thing that I need to tell you guys before we move on, and that relates to the previous classes. you guys, simple interest. This was giving you the value of the interest. The formula for simple interest gives you the value of simple interest itself. This is the entire formula is I is equal to P into R into T. Now, what does that mean? It means that simply if you use this formula, you're calculating the amount of interest that you're receiving. You are not calculating the final amount that you will be receiving. You are only calculating the interest that you receive, not the final amount, just the interest. Is this clear? Simply so, what is going to happen is that all these formulas, this is going to give you the amount of interest. So, for example, if a question says that, something simple interest happens and whatnot, and the question asks you to find out the value after 3 years, 5 years, whatever the time limit is, you are not going to put down this number over here. You're not just simply going to use this formula and write down the answer. Why? Because that is going to give you the amount of interest. It is not going to give you the amount at the end of the time period. The amount at the end of the time period is going to be found by adding the amount of interest into your principal amount. Is this clear, guys? Similarly, what's going to happen in, or like contrastingly, in compound interest, you're actually trying to find the final amount. So in compound interest, it can be clearly said that this A is equal to your final amount. You are not trying to find the interest that you received. You're just trying to find the final amount that you will receive after the interest has been compounded. And just to give you guys a little sneak peek of what simple interest and compound interest is. Simple interest is simply the interest applied on your principal amount every year. In compound interest, the rate of interest is applied, but it is not applied on the principal amount every year. It is going to be applied on the previous year's amount. So, for example, if you've got some sort of principal amount, rate of interest is applied, some sort of interest percentage, and you get some new amount. Now, after that, you're going to apply more rate of interest and you're going to get a third amount. Now, in simple interest, the rate of interest is going to be applied again on the principal amount. This is for simple interest. But for compound interest, you're going to apply it now for the second year's amount. You're going to apply the interest on this amount, not your principal amount. That's the only difference between them. Other than that, the formula is fairly simple. A is equal to P times 1 plus R raised to the power T. All right. So this is going to be R is your interest rate, and that is usually in percentage. Usually, almost always. So it is going to be your interest rate, and it is going to be your what you may call, and obviously T is your time. So it is going to be T is your time, and that is also usually in years. Maybe could be even two. Okay. Now make sure that you guys are focusing on this as well. Now, if it says that the interest was compounded on some sort of money or some sort of amount per 2 years, like after every 2 years, 5% compound interest was applied. And if they're asking you the compound interest after 4 years, then that means that technically interest has been applied only 2 times. All right, the interest has been applied only 2 times, regardless of the fact that it took like 4 years, but technically the time period was two. We'll look into this when we go further into questions. And if I give you guys a simplified version of the formula, it is going to be fairly simple as well. That A is equal to P times 1 plus R over 100. In the case that R is given as a percentage, and then that is going to be raised to the power of time. Anyone who has any issues with this, let me know. This is like fairly simple, guys. Yes. Any issues? Yes, Zoya?
How did 4 years become 240?
I'll explain it in this form. Okay, now Zoya, what happens is that the time depends on what is stated in the question. Okay, like for example, usually what students do is, there was a question, if I remember correctly, that it was stated that the compounded interest was applied per month. Calculate the compound interest after 2 years, or it was applied after every 6 months or something of that sort. I'll give you this example. Now, Zoya, what the student did was that he saw 2 years and he wrote two over here. But that wasn't the case because the interest was being applied after every 6 months. So technically, you have to do it on a monthly basis. All right. If you guys search it up on, if you guys Google this formula, the compound interest formula, this is not the formula that is there. The formula that is there is actually, if I give you guys the formula, which is the original formula of the compound interest, it is 1 plus r over n raised to the power n times t, where n is the number of times the interest is applied. All right, where n is the number of times the interest is applied. Now, why don't we use this formula? Because in our syllabus, you're never going to get a question, because it's not in your syllabus, the number of times that the interest has been applied. Okay, it's only going to be it's going to be pretty straightforward. And Zoya, your query will be further, like it will become clear when I give you the question. Well, let us do a question. We did a few questions. Wait, no, we did the simple interest question. Okay, just give me a moment. I'll give you guys a question. All right, guys. Now I've posted down a question over here. I want you guys to do it. Now, this question is this is fairly simple. Zoya, this is not the one that I was talking about. This is just giving you one amount. What I am stressing upon, do not confuse time. Look at the amount of interest that is being applied. Okay, do not confuse time with interest. All right, and to answer your question, Zoya, regarding the what you may call um, uh, what was it? The how did the years become 2 and 4? Okay. Now, Zoya, if the interest is being applied after every 2 years, and you're trying to calculate the amount of interest after 4 years, how many times do you think the interest has been applied? Yes, Zoya.
2 times.
2 times, right? But this type of question will not come because the number of times the interest is applied is not in your syllabus. But this is just an example how students confuse up the time. What they'll do is that simply, if you calculate the interest for 4 times, then obviously it's going to get wrong. Why is it going to get wrong? Because the interest was applied only 2 times. Clear? So these type of questions can come. I'll give you guys a few questions and you'll have an idea as well. First, do this question, guys, and let me know what's the answer. Whoever does it first can shout out the answer. Is this clear, Zoya?
Yes, sir.
Any issues at all with this, guys? Anyone who does not understand this? Yes, guys, are you done with this? Come on, it should not take this much time, to be honest. The question is very simple. Whoever's done with it, let me know. All right. I gave you guys unlimited amount of time to do it. Yes, Saad was the first one to do it, I think. Yes, Saad. Can you tell me what's your answer?
0.05%.
Okay. Guys, Saad is saying 0.5. Wait.
So 2.05.
2.05. Saad, you're changing your answer?
No, you misheard me. I'm telling you again.
Oh, sorry, Saad. Apologies, sir. Saad is saying 2.5. Who agrees with him? Raise your hand. Whoever agrees with Saad, raise your hand. Zoya definitely does not. She literally put her hand in. Hani agrees with him. Hani, when did you show up? You weren't here.
Just now, teacher.
Oh, all right.
My Google Meet was not working.
Yeah, I think so because I let you in the class a while ago and then you
I didn't
came.
hear anything. Your mic was open, but I didn't hear anything.
It's all right. No worries. Okay, whoever agrees with Saad, raise your hand. Hamdan is going to kill everyone because he only Hamdan agrees with Saad and Hani agrees with Saad. Okay, who else agrees with Saad? Guys, can you just like quickly raise your hand? Hamdan and Hani do it. Okay, Zoya does not agree with Saad and she had an answer. So yes, Zoya, could you tell us what your answer is?
I got 2.5.
Zoya's getting 0.5. Oh, this is a competition.
No, 2.5.
Zoya's got 2.5. Okay. Why am I hearing wrong? Whoever agrees with Zoya, can you raise your hand? All right. Kushi, you got the same answer?
Yes, sir.
That is good. Kushi and Basit got the same answer too. And who else left? Who is left? Raneem, you're getting something different completely.
Sir, I don't understand how to do this question.
Okay, we'll do it. And what about you, Ishal? Very late to class though, Ishal. Ishal, can you hear us? No, she cannot. Ishal, I can rarely hear you these days.
Yes, sir.
What's your answer, Ishal? We've got a competition between 2.05 and 2.5. Who do you support?
I got 2.5.
You got 2.5 too. Okay, so let's see who's getting these answers. It says find the value Firozi invests 80,000 Kenyan shillings. He invests the money for 3 years. That's your time at X% compound interest per year. At the end of 3 years, the total interest he receives is 6151.25. Now, because the interest he receives is 61.6151 and 0.25, that means that A, the final amount is going to be found by adding the interest into his original amount or into his what you may call principal amount. So that is going to give me 86151, I think so. Yes, 0.25. Now I can put this into the formula. So the formula is A times A is equal to, apologies, P times 1 plus R raised to the power T. A is equal to 86151.25, which is equal to 80,000 times. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Over here, it says X%. So, because it says X%, technically what it means is X over 100. So, now what's going to happen? It is going to be X over 1 plus X over 100. Raised to the power 3 because time is 3 years. Now, a simple calculation is going to be required. So, you're going to have, it's going to be, I'm running out of space. So, it's going to be, I can put my calculation down over here. It's going to be 86151.25 divided by 80,000. and I'm going to cube root it. The reason why I'm cube rooting it, because I need the other side to be, and the other side is obviously going to be 100 plus x over 100. I've taken LCM of 1 plus x over 100, and this is going to be what you may call cube root, and because this is cubed, canceling out the cubes with the cube root, you're going to get, for this I need my calculator, so it's going to be 86151.25 divided by 80,000, and you cube it. Oh, wait. Why isn't it doing so? Okay, it is 1.07, and the answer can be simply cubed, and it gives me cube rooted, sorry, and it gives me 1.025, and that is going to give me 100 plus x over 100. Cross multiply, what do you get? 100 times, oh, the answer. What is wrong with this? Answer times 100 gives you 102.5, because I've cross multiplied it. So it is going to be 102.5 is equal to 100 plus x. And now this simply can be written down as x is equal to 100 minus 102.5, which is equal to 102.5 minus the answer, which is wrong, obviously, because you have to subtract it from 100, which is 2.5. And it's not going to be in percent, guys, because of the fact that it says work out the value of x, not x%. Work out the value of x alone. Clear? So, well done, Basit, Khushi, Ishal, and Zoya. And Hamdan, Hani, and Saad, do you guys realize what went wrong? How did you guys get 2.05 though? It's like very close to the answer. Yes, Saad?
I forgot to add the principal amount in the formula.
Oh, okay. I get that. That could be the case. I hope this is clear now. I hope that you guys don't have an issue with this. All right. Now let's do some more. Yes, Saad, you've got your hand up.
Why does the 1 change to 100?
Where? Where are we talking about, Saad? Over here?
Yes.
Saad, this is not a fraction. It is 1 plus x over 100. The 100 is over x. So what I did was I took LCM, made it a bit more easier. Otherwise, you would have done it separately first, subtracted 1 from it, then multiplied x 100 into it, cube rooted, stuff of that sort. So in order to make it easier, I took LCM. LCM of 1 plus x over 100, because x has 100 in the denominator. Now I'm going to multiply 1 with 100 as well. So it's going to become 100 plus x over 100. Clear, sir? I just took LCM.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Let's do a question or two. This topic is like very, very easy. It's not that hard at all. And with this topic, I think we'll also be almost done with the first chapter. Interest. Okay, yes, this is a good question. You guys can actually solve this entire question, actually. Well, let me give you this question. And hopefully you guys are also doing the questions that the other class was being held at. Khushi, I don't know if I remember telling you, but there's another class as well, the one where the worksheet is being taken place. Okay.
So when is that?
That's a very good question. Hmm. Can someone help me out? When is the other class?
Fridays.
Fridays? What time as well? Could you tell us the time too?
It's 7 p.m. Pakistan time.
Khushi, 7 p.m. Pakistan time on a Friday.
Okay, sir.
All right. The worksheets are, I give the worksheets to the teachers. She just invigilates them.
Okay,
All
sir.
right. And you'll have to submit them on Google Classroom as well, those worksheets.
Okay.
So I'm canceling out the questions that I gave you guys in the previous worksheet. If you remember, this question was also given in the previous worksheet that I gave you, but the compound interest question I told you guys not to do. Now, right now, what you're going to do is that you're going to do a worksheet in class, which is going to involve just the compound interest question and obviously a question below it. Now, the bottom question, I actually want to see how you guys attempt that because that is a question. It's going to test you guys. So yes, so you have to do like just three parts. This Beatrice part, C part, and D part. I should share this on Google Classroom. Wait. And how much time should I give you guys for this? It's not that difficult. 10 minutes enough? I think so. This is compound interest. Okay, the worksheet's uploaded on Google Classroom. Can everyone please go, look at it and kindly go through it as well. Only three questions, guys. I'll give you 10 minutes for it. And I've also started a timer. So after 10 minutes, we'll start discussing the questions. The worksheets on Google Classroom. If anyone's not able to view it, let me know. I can even send you it via email or WhatsApp. Chop chop. Yes, Zoya, done?
Yes, sir.
All right. Zoya just give let's just give 2 minutes to the rest to finish. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, hopefully everyone's done, more or so. All right, let's just quickly discuss the questions. So Beatrice invests her $350 at a rate of 0.25 per month compound interest. What's that going to entail is calculate the amount that Beatrice has after 5 years. So it's going to be A is equal to P times 1 plus R raised to the power 8. A is equal to 350 plus 1 plus R is 0.25%. So it's going to be 0.25 over 100 raised to the power 5. Now, if you calculate this, Zoya, what is the answer?
Sir, I converted years to months
Why?
because it's written per month compound interest.
Well done, Zoya. Now, does this answer your question from the beginning of the class? where you asked me if there was just a moment. You asked me if what you may call how do students get like the years become time and stuff. Yes, very well done, Zoya. See, you spotted it. So because it says, and they've actually highlighted it as well. So you must be like, this is how easy it can get. I was waiting for someone to spot it. Per month. So that means 5 years actually means how many months, Zoya? 60, I think. Yeah, because 12 times 5 is 60. So this is going to be 60. Yes, Zoya. Now what is going to be your answer? What's the
I
answer?
got 470.
470?
407.
407. Hearing's been really poor. All right. What are we going to do? Okay, next up. Now, this is a good question. I really love this question. And do you guys have a class after this? Who has a class after this? I think you guys have a class. Basit, do you have a class after this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you won't be able to stay here. But okay, I want you guys to see this question in person. So we'll check these two in tomorrow's class as soon as we come. I didn't realize that we ran short of time. The Google Meet troubles continue. This is a very good question, and it also gives time for everyone else to complete it. Kindly also submit your worksheet on Google Classroom, and always remember that I want the worksheets to be submitted in one single file. It makes it a bit easier for me to check it. If you guys submit multiple images, that is all right as well, but the reason why I avoid it is because then Google Classroom it says I have to check multiple. If it's one file, so if you guys can make those images or file PDF whatever it is into one file, I think you guys can do that. You're much more sharper than I am, so kindly do that. Kindly submit one file only. All right, as always, keep smiling. We'll check these two questions as soon as I come to class in our next class. Until then, Allah Hafiz. Bye bye. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Sir,
Love
I
is
have something to
Math
ask.
is sir.
Yeah. Whoever has a question to ask can stay back.
Yeah, so when are we going to get the checked quizzes?
You guys have submitted it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Normally, what happens is, Zoya, that a lot of students do not take the quizzes because they have like clashes with other, the quiz class clashes with some other class. Some students in my class happen. So I do give them some time and I will try to do so. It piles up a bit. I will remember this. So notes and quizzes. And the remarks I'll give are on Google Classroom as well. Okay, I'll leave a comment there and you'll get your marks there. Okay.
Okay.
I'll try to check them as soon as possible. And apologies. Okay.
No problem.
All right. So any questions from today's class? This is like really easy for you.
Yeah, there is no questions.
Yeah. Well done. Well done regarding the 60 months one. All right. So keep smiling. I'll see you tomorrow. Allah Hafiz.
That is.